So I'm sitting here looking at the Clinch Mountain in southwestern Virginia, um, where I grew up, graduated high school, went to community college. And looking back and kind of stepping back into my past, I realized that this is also where I learned my work ethic, at least part of it. The people in these rural areas a lot of times may not have the same education as some from the big cities, but nobody can outwork them. And this was unfortunately proven true with the recent hurricane disasters that happened in eastern Tennessee, western North Carolina, and southwestern Virginia. I'm only a few miles from the West Virginia state line, and so I gotta give a shout out to those people too for coming down from West Virginia, going into western North Carolina and rebuilding roads with the locals there. And people just did what needed to be done. It was like we went back in time about 60 years or so, where when things happened, everybody banded together and they just did what had to be done. Now it seems like everybody, first thing they think of is, where's all the government agencies? Well, we found out the hard way that if you need it done quickly, you get up, you band together, you work together, and you do it yourself. So that kind of brings me to my history in business. I have had a work ethic that kind of like was a runaway train, and it was I always was finding myself doing things that I didn't know how to do. I would just jump in and like, I can do it. And I just kind of learned my way through it, always. And somebody told me about a quote one time, and I was like, that's it. That's exactly what it's like with me. And I said, somebody actually got it and put it into a supposedly famous quote. And the quote was, I am always doing that which I cannot do in order that I may learn how to do it. And I was like, that is so me. But that's how I learned most of what I learned in business, is just getting in, seeing how things worked, seeing how they didn't work but should, and just making a difference and outworking everyone around me. And for a time when I got into real estate, I noticed I was working half as much as other people around me, but getting twice as much done. And I just couldn't figure that out, except for a lot of what they did as work was sit around the office just kind of waiting for the phone to ring, which wasn't my style at all. And I would run into the office and post sales, submit contracts, and they were like, wow, how'd you do that? And I would run back out and they're like, well, where are you going? Why don't you like sit around and talk to us? And I'm like, well, you can't post sales on the board sitting around the office. So there was a lot of things I got into. Heavy highway construction. Don't want to do that again. My favorite part is either investment real estate or business funding. I'm really liking the business funding. It's kind of a dog eat dog, and I'm getting back into the groove of just really being tenacious about it, which is probably not a good time in my life because there's an incredible amount of things going on in my life. But instead of looking at low results and being discouraged, I'm realizing that yes, there's too much on my plate. Yes, I'm going in too many directions. But if I drop one and then try to pick it back up later, the learning curve is just going to be that much longer. It's going to be just that much harder. And I'm going to be that much further behind all of the people that are fighting for the same stuff I'm fighting for. So I'll take it the way it's coming to me. I don't care to work hard. I'm not afraid of it. I've never been afraid of it. I'll get out there and I'll do it every day. I'm grateful for mentors. My mother worked very hard. My father is almost 80 and he's still working hard. My mother's still working too. But I watch their life and I realize where my work ethic came from. And I have 4 grown children and they're exhibiting the same tendencies, the same characteristics. 3 of the 4 children have their own business. The 4th one will as well. So it becomes a legacy. What you do matters. It always matters. Every day you get up, don't discount the day. Don't write it off. Don't say, you know what, I don't feel like it. I'll just do it tomorrow. Every day matters. Even when you think no one's watching, it still matters. This world is created on energy and vibration. God knew what he was doing when he created it. He knew exactly what he was doing. We're just now beginning to learn and understand how he created this world and created us to live in this world and dominate it. So it all works together with energy and flow and vibration, and life begets life, and words beget words. So watch your words, because words beget life or death. So every day matters, every action matters, every thought matters, every word matters. And even if you don't think so, you are an example to someone. So go be salt, go be light, and go show the world who Jesus is through your life. And thank you to all the mentors. You know who you are. Love you all. Go out and crush it.